So this is a presentation about the research clinic, and it's called 25 Fun Projects to Do in a Psychotherapy Research Clinic. And the inspiration for this talk is a genre of American children's literature, of which I put two examples there. One's called Rainy Day Magic. It says 443 fun, simple projects to do with kids using brand name products we've already got around the house. And the other one is Super Science Challenges, hands-on inquiry projects for school science fairs are just plain fun. This is the genre of American children's educational literature. So as I was thinking about what the research clinic has, it seemed to me there's a lot of interesting projects there, so I'm kind of using that as the format. So the main point of the presentation is to show the broad range of research topics that can be addressed within a fairly standard set of research protocols. And also to show the range of topics that are being studied in the psychotherapy research field today. This is a fairly representative sample of what the kind of things are being done. There's the door to the research clinic. I took some pictures around the research clinic just to sort of give you a feel for the place. I've also got, I think the research clinic is what's called a meme. A meme is a contagious idea. And the research clinic meme can be traced back to Carl Rogers. It's another one of Carl Rogers' contributions to psychotherapy research. In the mid-1940s, he moved from Ohio to Chicago, and he created the Counselling Center, which was a research clinic. And there's a lovely paper by John McLeod in the 2002 Person-Centered and Experiential Psychotherapies Journal. It's, I think, the first issue. And he's got an article about Rogers Research Clinic. He talks about the idea of it. So basically, research clinics are community mental health agencies. So there are basically mental health agencies in their own right. They typically have a fairly broad research protocol. So they're different from a research study that someone might mount in their labs, for example. Because they actually set themselves up to be service providers and provide services over a period of time in the community to people from the community using a fairly broad protocol. It's not just recruiting plans for a specific study. And I first encountered research clinics in 1984 and 1985 when I was on sabbatical at the University of Sheffield and was working with David Shapiro and his team there. And they had a lovely little research clinic which was focusing on basically depression and work difficulties that people were having. And I spent a year working with David and his colleagues and was very impressed. And I took the idea of that kind of research clinic back to America with me in 1985 when we went back. And I then set up a research clinic in my university in the psychology department, which had a training clinic already. So it was dead easy to just, dedicate my 2 lab rooms, make them into therapy rooms, and kind of attach ourselves to the training clinic so the clients could share the waiting room. And then Les Greenberg picked it up from me, and then he set one up at York University. And here in Scotland, the Tayside Clinic that John McLeod set up is actually modeled after that. Anyway, a colleague of mine at the University of Leicester is also in the process of setting up a research clinic. So we set one up here, and basically when I came here, they said, "What do you need?" I said, "I need enough space to set up a research clinic." And then we proceeded to do that. What are the